Welcome back to the fourth and final segment of Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio. I'm Cleve Gaddis, and I'm here to make real estate clear and simple and hopefully worry-free. And if you want to connect with me, I would love that. Simply go to gogaddisradio.com, Gogaddis radio.com. You can ask questions, you can make comments, you can push back or challenge things we say, you can share your ideas with us. You can request we include your neighborhood in our neighborhood spotlight, just like Windsor at Lanier that's coming up next. And you can subscribe to our podcast and to our YouTube channel. We would love for you to be a subscriber. I talk to people regularly who love being able to get the show in little 12-minute bites so they can just take a little nibble and another little nibble and another little nibble, and it just keeps feeding them the segments. And I love that we have people who are willing to invest their time to listen to the content that we create. If you're thinking of selling your home anytime in the next year, I want to remind you that it's confusing, the number of ways there are available to sell a house in today's market. It can 100% be confusing. Do you want to sell it for all cash and close quickly? You see billboards all over Metro Atlanta that say you can get a guaranteed cash offer. Well, is that the right thing for you? Maybe, maybe not. Should you sell your home as is, where is, not make any changes to it and just do the best you can? Maybe. That's the way most everybody used to do it in the listing services back when. Should you make some improvements to your home so that you can get the highest dollar you can possibly get? Should you spend $1 that'll give you $3 back, or $1 that'll give you $4 back? I mean, should you do those things? We believe that it might be in some cases, a good thing to do. Or should you buy your new home before you sell your existing home? And if you had to do that, how would you do that? How would you get the money to do that? Well, here's the thing, is that the upside for you, the right thing for you and your family is something very different than the right thing for your next door neighbor or the people across the street or the people who are members of the same swimming pool or the people who go to your church. Everybody's situation is different. If you ask me, Cleve, would you take an all-cash offer for your house? I would say no, but that's because I don't need to be in Dallas living there within, 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I don't need to. If I was going to sell my place, I could take some time, and I'd want to get the most money that I possibly could. So if you want to know what the upside is for you and you want to take a look at all 4 of those programs or whichever ones seem like they would be applicable to you and know exactly how they would work out for you down to the penny, just go to gogaddisradio.com, Gogaddis radio.com. Click on the upside. Click on the upside. Put in just a little bit of information about yourself and your house. We will follow up with you, and I will get with you myself and review all 4 ways. And here's the cool thing. No cost, no obligation, no responsibility to even work with us. If you love the information that we give you, but you don't love who you got it from, then you don't need to feel any obligation to work with us whatsoever. You can take the programs that we've offered and go work them with someone else if they can help you with that. I'm hoping that some of you who asked this might actually decide, you know what, let me go ahead and work with Cleve. I think this is going to work out. I think Cleve and his team are going to do a good job. You can also, again, call 770-497-0000. Each week, we pick one specific Metro Atlanta neighborhood to call out critical changes in things that have happened over the last few years to help you understand, as a homeowner in the neighborhood, do you have a particular advantage? This week, we're featuring Windsor at Lanier, which is really just due north of Sugar Hill, slightly northwest of Buford. From I-985 north, take exit 4, which is Buford Drive, and go left. Turn right onto Peachtree Industrial, left onto Shadburn Ferry, and the neighborhood is on the left. It is right at Lake Lanier, the very, very southeastern, and really more due south, but the very southern southeastern portion of Lake Lanier is where this is. It's a swim tennis community, and it's located just minutes from, again, the south end of Lake Lanier. Neighborhood amenities include a playground and a clubhouse. You have good access to I-985, I-85, Peachtree Industrial Boulevard. It makes it easy to reach big box stores or downtown areas or recreational opportunities. You're only 10 minutes to the Buford Community Center. You're 10 minutes to downtown Sugar Hill. The Bowl at Sugar Hill is located in downtown Sugar Hill with a capacity of 1,750. Beyond the Bowl, downtown Sugar Hill is home to the Dawn Gobra Community Plaza. I know Dawn, she was an amazing lady. And the East Center at Sugar Hill, a community gym, coffee house, and brewery. You can enjoy seasonal events like the Farmers Market at the Landing and live music at the Eagle. You're only 15 minutes to Lake Lanier Island's water park and resort, and during the summer months, you can put your ski or fishing boat, kayak, or paddleboard at 2 nearby public boat ramps. You're 2 minutes from Shoal Creek Park boat ramp, and you're 7 minutes from East Bank Park boat ramp. You're 10 minutes to Buford City Park, which offers 8 baseball fields, batting cages, and a playground. And the adjacent tennis center offers 12 courts. Let's take a look at what's happened in that neighborhood over the last few years. In 2023, there were 8 homes sold. They took an average of 44 days from listing to contract. The average sales price was $523,750. Sales prices range from a low of $455,000 to a high of $615,000. In 2024, only 4 homes sold, half as many as 2023. They took 22 days listing to contract, and the average sales price dropped about $500 to $523,125. The low sale price that year, $475,000, high as $580,000. Year to date this year, 3 homes have sold. There's a little over 200 homes in the neighborhood, so you would think there would be in the 8, 9, 10, 11 homes sold each and every year. This year's 3. Looks like maybe it'll be 4 by the end of the year. They've taken an average of 67 days, and the average sales price has increased $5,000 to $528,333. There are currently 2 homes available for sale in the neighborhood. The average list price is $682,000. When you compare the $682,000 to the $528,000, we realize that both of the 2 listings are priced higher than the average sale in the neighborhood over time. Could that be causing those homes not to sell? Haven't looked into the details to see how long they've been active, but the low asking price is $585,000. The high asking price is $779,000. There have been 5 sales in the last 365 days, not in 2025, but 365 days total, which means you have 4.8 months worth of inventory. Less than 4 months is a seller's market. 4 and 5 months is a balanced market. Over 5 months worth of inventory is a buyer's market. You have 4.8 months worth of inventory, which means you're right in the middle of a balanced market. Sellers don't have a particular advantage. Buyers don't have a particular advantage. Everybody's got to come to the table and negotiate in good faith. I will tell you, though, if you have a listing in Windsor at Lanier, and it is Mac Daddy beautiful, it is perfect, you're still going to be in a seller's market, meaning if you have a home that is listed at the correct price, that looks amazing, for when people come in and take a tour of it, they are going to fall all over themselves to buy your home. 208 homes in the neighborhood. The average sales price in 2011 was $184,000. Compare that to the $528,000 average sales price in 2025. And homeowner equity, we realize, has gone up to the tune of $71.4 million. $71.4 million. That is huge. If you're looking for a home for sale and you're not finding what you're looking for, you might need to change where you're searching. Whether it's Zillow or Realtor.com or any of the ones online, you might want to consider switching over to SureMLS.com, SureMLS.com. Pulls listing from both listing services, and you're way less likely to miss anything. It's SureMLS.com, SureMLS.com. I want to talk about dumb homes. They're the latest flex. Let's talk about a new surprising trend in home design, one that might have you reaching back into that junk drawer for your old landline if you still have it. Smart homes are those that were Wi-Fi enabled wonderlands where your lights dim themselves and your fridge talks to your phone and Alexa reminds you to breathe. And these things might actually be on the way out the door. Yep, you heard it right. According to researchers and designers, we're seeing a real movement toward what they're calling dumb homes. Homeowners, they say, are walking away from NASA-level setups and going back to simple, old-fashioned buttons and switches and knobs. Some people are even building digital detox corners, cozy little spaces free of screens and smart devices. It's all part of a bigger push for what's being called analog wellness. And I know when Tammy and I have a home together, we are not having a television or electronics in the family room. That is something that is very important to her. So what's driving the shift? Well, researchers say it's more than just nostalgia for pre-internet times. An architect put it perfectly: when technology is always in the background working, listening, and sending you notifications, your home can start to feel less like a sanctuary and more like a stress factory. Instead of being restorative, it becomes well, I mean, a source of anxiety. And let's be honest, the practical headaches don't really help the rising cost of home gadgets, constant software updates, systems and everything that become obsolete every 2 years. So even the luxury market is feeling it. The Hollywood Reporter says wealthy homebuyers in Los Angeles are actually shunning Wi-Fi enabled appliances, looking instead for places where they can escape what's become a $100 billion home automation industry. Got a quick question from a listener. This is Julie in Atlanta. What is a real estate wholesaler? And a real estate wholesaler is really like kind of a middleman, deal maker. They don't usually buy the property themselves. Instead, they find a homeowner who's willing to sell, often someone who wants to move quickly or avoid the traditional listing process. They negotiate a price with the seller, and then they turn around and look for an investor who wants to buy it. If they find an investor, the wholesale assigns the contract to that investor for a slightly higher price. That would be their fee, assignment fee. And the difference between these two numbers is the wholesale profit. They're basically selling the opportunity to buy the home, not the home itself. And there are pros for sellers. The pro is speed. Wholesaler can bring you an offer fast, and you may not have to fix anything. For home buyers, people who are investing, sometimes these wholesalers are the only ones that know about these deals. So the bottom line is a wholesaler is someone who negotiates a contract on a property and then sells that contract to another buyer, usually an investor, for a fee. It can be a win-win when done ethically, transparently, and within legal guidelines. But if you're a traditional homeowner looking for top dollar, listing with Modern Traditions Realty Group is probably the way to get the highest dollar. If you need to reach us, go to gogaddisradio.com or call 770-497-0000. Thank you for listening in to another week's edition of Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio. We'll be back same time, same channel next week. Have a great week, Atlanta.